The nice thing about having a binder with cards from 2009 is when you play a deck with bad cards and get your butt touched, you get a funny bit for the YouTube. How's it going, all my chain energies, and welcome to PPBE Week 6. This dog is still lost and looking for their owner. Their owner looks like this. They were last seen in Hidden Arsenal. If you have any information about how to get us Hidden Arsenal, you can forward that information to @MBT, that's @MBT Yu-Gi-Oh! Any information about how to get us Hidden Arsenal, let's get this dog back with their owner. I mean, just look at that face. How could you look at that face and then not give us Hidden Arsenal? Come on, give us Hidden Arsenal. Congratulations to Joe, though, on winning the week. It only took everyone playing the same solved deck for 3 weeks in a row. I hear you have 2 Flamevel Fire Dog. Maybe you would win more games if you gave us Hidden Arsenal. With that, here are the polls. Here's me opening Stardust Overdrive. There's not much in this pack. I want Level Eater, Quick Draw Synchron, and Swap Frog. That's my wish list for this pack. I hope I get three of each of those cards. That'd be fantastic. Let's go. I'm a fan of the water. There's Swap Frog number 1. Can I stop getting tokens in these packs? I'm getting really upset. Actually getting really upset by opening these tokens. There's Quick Draw number 1. Swap Frog number 2. We're not going to play it next week. We're going to play Black Wings like everybody else. Oh, apparently there's like bugs or something. There's a spider field spell that searches itself. 3rd Swap Frog, 2nd Necromancer destroyed. And there's a stun-ish spider field spell that makes all of your dudes Goblin attack force. Another token! Level Eater. Open the pack. Come on. Stop with these tokens. Is there a way to make it so you don't open tokens? Quick Draw. Another token. I think that's all the Swap Frogs now. Quick Draw. Zero Garden is funny for stall, stun strategies. Another token. Another Level Leader. I don't know. We probably wouldn't play 3 Level Eater even if we had it. 2 is fine, and we have 3. Clear Vice Dragon, the secret rare, and another token. Wow. Ghost Rare Majestic Star Dragon. Let's hear it from Majestic Star Dragon. Awesome. I wish I had more to talk about, but like we were saying in the polls, there really aren't many cards outside of Level Eater, Swap Frog, and Quick Draw Synchron worth talking about in our collection of cards that we pulled out of Star Strike Blast. A few that turned up from the episode and in testing: Reptilian Medusa, Gemini Spark is out. Gemini Spark is only really good when you have searchable Gemini monsters. The Gemini monsters that we have are not searchable, and they are Crusader of Indominion. This card does its best Neos Alias impression. The other one is Tuned Magician. This is a 4-star 1800 well-statted spellcaster, and we do have Archetype Magician. There's an insect deck floating around, but I'm not sure about it. Spiritual Forest. Savage Coliseum is a really goofy Gavin-esque card that we may wind up doing things with. Similarly, Spiderweb makes everything Goblin attack force. So here's the deck. Yeah, what do you want from me? It's a Blackwing list. What else was I gonna play? I wanted to win. Joke's on me, I didn't. For what it's worth, I think my take on the Blackwings was way cooler than everyone else's, playing the Despair from the Dark, Call of the Mummy-esque combination of Master Gig and Teleport. Everyone else's flavor of Blackwings was much less creative than mine. Yeah, I have 3 Bora, I have an Elpin, I have one Gale, 3 Kalut, 2 Shura, 3 Sirocco. I wound up playing 2 instead of 3 Debris Dragon, 3 Snowman Eater, 3 Black Whirlwind. We played 2 Psychic Snail, 3 Book of Eclipse, 3 Teleport. This really is my least favorite card. We played Unstable Evolution because it's still a good removal spell. We wound up playing 2 Fairy Wind to out those Black Whirlwinds. We played 3 Overworked, once again thinking that people were actually going to read Sirocco and use the effect to pump. Joke's on us. Psychic Tuning to get back our Master Gig or a Psychic Snail, and then the selection. Overall, the deck is really sweet and cool. I really liked the Teleport Master Gig thing going on. I liked my ratio of Debris Dragons and Snowman Eaters. The big thing that we would have changed are the Overworks. This card was dead. The reason we lost the game was that we opened 2 Overworked, and it never came up. People don't even read Sirocco. Here, I'll prove it. Check it out. Ooh, there you go. 2 Overworked in the opener. And Leah's hand was insane. Leah's hand was insane, but hilariously, because I don't summon a Blackwing, because I don't summon a monster, they can't Sirocco and get double Whirlwind, but if they would have double Whirlwind, I would have... Yeah, no, Leah had no reason to play that first Whirlwind at all. I should have way lost this game more than I did. Jeez, I did not know that was her opening hand. Oh my god, I would have actually been very salty if I was Leah if I lost this game, because I had no business losing this game. Book of Eclipse off the top. I know I said I wasn't going to look at these games, but jeez, I'm glad I did. I learned some stuff. Wow. And the Kalut that was always there. I don't feel so bad about losing that one anymore. It should have been 3rd Fairy Wind, and like we learned from everyone else, it turns out Half or Nothing is actually a pretty decent card. I think better stuff is coming out next set that's going to keep us off Half or Nothing, so we missed the boat on Half or Nothing. Other than that, I liked the deck. Instead of showing you how everyone else played a Blackwing deck for the 3rd week in a row, I want to talk about the future. Because now that Blackwing Supremacy is no longer a guaranteed to be on the horizon, I want to talk about the decks that we could possibly play are thinking about playing in the future. I think the first obvious place to start is my Blackwing core. Blackwings may still be enough if you have hands where you go double Black Whirlwind. But as we've seen in testing, you want to go second so that you can summon the Sirocco, because a normal summon Bora or a normal summon Shura, even if that's accompanied by a Black Whirlwind, those plays get beat and beat up by the plethora of 1900 attack monsters that we have at our disposal. They're still a very consistent threat, they're just not as explosive with those Kaluts as they are anymore. So this is what our Blackwing pool looks like. The reason we banned Blizzard was because it was the Blackwing that we didn't have, and in the case that we wanted to play Blackwings again, we wanted to put ourselves on the same footing as everyone else. Here we go. This one goes out to the classic DM Gavin fans. Here I've compiled a list of stun cards and synergies that we have available to us that we could go ahead and use. So running down the list, you have Dupe Frog makes Dupe Lock. Pixie Ring creates a pseudo Dupe Lock where Pixie Ring says you cannot attack the lowest card on the field, Dupe Frog, and Dupe Frog says you must attack the Dupe Frog. so your opponent can't attack at all. It also works with Morphtronic Magnon. Also, Dupe Frog plus a defense position Morphtronic Magnon sets up the lock. Borden plus Magnon is a lock. We've got the classic Penis lock, and then we have the suite of Morphtronics with Morphtronic Bind, Morphtronic Transition to help us get there. And then some new cards you're not used to seeing. Savage Coliseum, which reads, all monsters must attack if able. And then during each end phase, destroy all face-up attack position monsters the turn player controls that did not declare an attack. This probably does not go in that deck, just forget that you saw that there. Spiderweb does go in a deck like this though. Spiderweb reads, if a monster declares an attack, it is changed to defense position at the end of the damage step. This makes everything Goblin attack force, which makes everything that we're doing even stickier. Like a spider web. On the horizon, Meteor Flare says send 2 cards from my hand to the graveyard, inflict 2,000 damage to my opponent if they're over 3,000 life points. This may help us jerry-rig out a burn win condition. 2,000 is a lot of damage, and being able to slap 3 cards, 3 of this in a deck, this is a common, may be able to push burn over the top. Reasons to not play the deck, and cards that this strategy are still really, really weak to, are Book of Eclipse to flip all those effect monsters face down and to flip those Morphtronics face down so that it just turns off all of the locks. Fairy Wind destroys all those face-up spell and trap cards we're trying to goof up the game with. Everyone has access to Black Rose in droves, except Brent. Black Rose ban imminent as soon as Brent loses. I am calling it. And then finally, one of the type of decks that I'm most excited to try to build is a deck that utilizes and really tries to break Needlebug Nest. Now, I know what you may be thinking, Needlebug Nest, it's a -1, and is there really anything in that we want to put in our graveyard that's going to get us enough value for Needlebug Nest? Gavin, are you just too Paleo Frog TCG brained? I know Needlebug Nest is crazy right now, but are you perhaps going too far? I don't think so. We're in 5Ds, baby, and it's graveyard time. So it got me thinking, and really the first thing that I thought of to try to throw together was Psychics. Psychics have type-specific Call of the Haunted and Soul Charge in the form of Psychic Tuning and Telekinetic Power Well, that we have 3 copies of each. And so now, anytime you're milling a Psychic, especially a high-powered Psychic, that's really good for your Psychic Tuning. It might kill you, but you might be able to kill them first if you get out some Master Gigs and some Armored Axon kickers. Additionally, anytime you mill one of these weenie Psychics, now you're putting fodder in the graveyard for that Telekinetic Power Well. Also, you mill Mind Protector, there's your Black Rose with Debris Dragon. What I was also trying to find is I was trying to find a nice home for Level Eater. And it turns out 6 stars that you get to normal summon for free, 8 stars that you get to summon for free sometimes with Psychic Tunings. Very delicious for Level Eater to munch on. And then allow you to tribute summon your Master Gigs from your hand. I'm not saying I've broken the meta, not saying I've stumbled upon the secret sauce, but I really think we've got something going on here when we're trying to build that turbo mill graveyard matters deck. And then finally, here's the water take on the whole Needlebug turbo mill graveyard strategy. This deck it's not quite a deck yet. It's really cool, and it's so close. There's so many things going on, and there's a lot of value to be generated here, but the payoffs aren't there yet. We really need more synchros to go into to get value off of Level Eater. We've got some sticky water monsters allowing us to keep getting out Fishborg Blaster. 1-for-1 gives us access to Level Eater and Fishborg. We have that quick draw that came out, and way back when, we pulled a Nitro Warrior, which now we could go like quick draw, Synchron, a Quillbolt that we discarded or milled off of our Needlebug nest, special summon out for free, go quick draw, Quillbolt into Nitro Warrior. Now that's kind of cool. Snowman Eater, great water monster that's sticky and pops a card. We have all these cool ways to throw water monsters around and special summon stuff out for free, but we don't have great payoffs yet. And while Swap Frog is one of our favorite cards in the game, right now there's really nothing to bin. And the coolest thing that we've been able to do in testing is Swap Frog, bounce Snowman Eater back to our hand that we've already used so that we can set it again to pop another one of our cards, but that's a really, really slow way to deal in removal. Swap Frog really doesn't do anything else for us. Oh, and then I had to mention the card that we want to bin with Swap Frog is Ronin Totem, of course. But this card doesn't come out for a while. I'm not sure when it comes out, but I know it's not for a while. Here's the banned list. Like I've already been discussing, I banned Blizzard so that we could play Black Wings, but banned the part that everyone else had. Danny and Joe made a blood pact to try to take Black Wings completely out of the format. I think that we've succeeded in creating a deck that is not 5 Blackwing deck week, mandatory, oppressive. I think it brings it a lot closer in power level. It's still really, really consistent. That's all I have for you today, but before I go, once again, I hope that I can Flamevel counter on you to help us rekindle this dog's relationship with their dad. Give us Hidden Arsenal. I want them. Please give them to me. Please give them to me and give them to everybody else too. This is a win-win-win-win situation. I want them. Just think, this could be you, but you're too busy not giving us Hidden Arsenal. Please do not send a hitman to my house over this pun. And have a happy bad end, everyone.